Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about a topic which probably a lot of you struggled with, which is setting up your clothing brand or brand at all on Amazon seller as a seller of goods and seller of items. So, me as well as other people have in the past struggled with this, and I want to run you through the process which it took for me to get listed on Amazon, which took me about let's say a few days, like let's say 2 to 3 days. So what you have to do first of all is you go on Amazon and you set up as a seller, but beforehand you do have to have set up a brand within your respective country. So in the UK, I have a registered brand, which is poetarchives.com. That's the website. The brand name is Poet Archives. And from that, I have a company registration number, which then you can use to put in the field where Amazon asks you. This does speed up the process, and also there is additional perks which mean that you are actually seen as a more professional brand in Amazon. So that is one thing. The other important thing, which has helped me tremendously, is the fact that, for example, my t-shirts, I make my own original designs, and I have seen that on Amazon there is a ton of just fake knockoffs where people have gone on my website and just basically screenshotted my t-shirt design and are selling it as their own, which obviously I'm not happy about because they didn't put any work in whatsoever. They just stole my designs. And also it negatively impacts my brand image because the quality might be crap, it might not have tags or anything. So what you can actually do is get your trademark in the UK. So what you have to do is you apply for a trademark, you put all of your company information in it, so your brand registration number, you prove that you are the owner of the brand, and then you choose a category. So for me, the category was t-shirts and clothing, apparel, whatever I could choose. I've chosen all of that type of categories. You upload your logo, and after about 2 to 3 weeks, that's how long it took for me, you have your trademark for your brand. So what you can do then is add that trademark to Amazon, and what you have to do is take some pictures of your products. This is very important. So, for example, I took two of my t-shirts. I photographed them on the floor, so with just a phone, in not a professional setting at all. So I took photographs of those 2 t-shirts. I took photographs of the tag on the t-shirt and close-ups of the tag. So I've applied it this way, and I've explained to Amazon, like, look, here's some photos in a home setting so that you can tell that I do have these products, they are tagged and they do belong to my brand. You can do this through the homepage on Amazon, and what this does is that it enables you to actually have a much bigger say to when people are using your name, for example, as on Amazon to list, or your designs. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna report all of those t-shirts that are selling my items without my consent. What this will do is, obviously there's going to be a lot less supply for my t-shirts and my designs, and people are not going to be able to price me out. So that is my tactic over the next few days, and I do hope and I do expect this to take quite quick, because Amazon does take you much more seriously if you're a trademark brand and you have rights to your design and your name. So this is what I'm going to be doing. One more thing that I did want to point out, which is a huge, massive advantage of having your trademark branded on Amazon and linked, is that you don't have to play with that whole codes thing, that UPS, SKUs. You don't have to do any of that to list a product. What you can do is you can, after you have your trademark approved, you can list a product, and while you're listing it, what you can do is in the SKU field, when it's asking you for a specific code, you can actually click I don't have this code and apply for an exemption. And then this takes you to a screen where you apply for an exemption, you fill out like, I don't know, a couple of steps. It's very, very quick. And after about 10 minutes it took for me, you have your exemption. So you don't need to go on any of these websites, play around with getting any of these codes. You can literally just press, I don't have an exemption, I don't have a code, and the exemption will work for you. And it makes just listing on Amazon that much quicker and that much more simple. In the past, this has been a massive issue for me. I had to go on eBay, I had to go on these websites where they sell these codes and you need a specific code for each listing. But with this exception, you don't need any of that. You can just list normally like you would on any other platform, like eBay, Depop, whatever. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be trying to sell my t-shirts on there for a good net profit, let's say £5, but keeping the price as low as possible, because obviously there is a lot of competition on Amazon. So I do want to make sure that I do have a competitive price when it comes to graphic t-shirts, skater t-shirts. So I'm going to be listing my best performing t-shirts and seeing how they do over the next couple of weeks. If you wish to follow my journey with this, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and put it in the comments. Tell me if you wish for me to make any more Amazon sort of videos about this. I do believe that this will be a great sales channel for me and for anyone that is interested in selling their own t-shirts, selling their own designs, and actually increasing the sales for their brand. Just because, well, what inspired me for this was that I am actually listening to an audiobook right now by Walter Isaacson, which is called Invent and Wonder by Jeff Bezos himself. And from what I'm hearing, Amazon is just like the #1 player when it comes to e-commerce. Obviously, everyone knows that. But for the longest time, I've sort of been like, yeah, nah, it just takes so long and it's so much hassle to get on Amazon. I've tried it before and it hasn't worked very well. But this time around, I am fully aware of all the work that it takes. As I said, it took me about like 2 to 3 days of a little bit of work, like let's say an hour, 2 hours, some submissions to Amazon, some back and forth, but finally I have been validated, verified to sell on Amazon, so I'm very happy about that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know your experience of setting up as an Amazon seller. I do believe that this will give me access to a lot more customers than previously, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, let me know, as I said, let me know in the comments what you think about Amazon as a seller and as a buyer, as a customer. Please subscribe. Go check out my website, which is poetarchives.com, for some original merch. If you're interested, it's very good quality. I do have some great designs, if I say so myself. So let's keep making that money, let's keep moving forward, and let's go.